Hey there everyone, Mazrock here, and holy crap, do we have news today on March 8th, 2023. We have a lot to get to. It's kind of been like information dump and overload, and my goodness, am I ever excited if you cannot tell by the cadence of my voice. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Goes such a long way to helping out the channel. There is a Patreon link down below if you wish to support me directly with early access videos and lots of other goodies there. There is also a Twitch and a Discord link down below. Come on by, hang out with a group of people, come on by on stream, come say hi. All right, I'm going to try and do these in chronological order. Gonna try. So we have, first one is 10.0.7, Return to the Forbidden Reach arrives March 21st. So we're gonna be able to go get our new rings, those Onyx amulets. We're going to get a couple of class revamps, so pallies, I hope you guys are ready, because you guys are going to look cracked. Y'all are going to look cracked for a little while, at least. Lots of good stuff coming in 10.0.7, and that is March 21st. Up next, we have the Season 2 dungeon rotation coming with patch 10.1. I'm trying to just get my things figured out here. Dragonflight 10.1 Embers of Neltharion is the name of the patch. Now, I had actually predicted that late March, early April was going to be the 10.0.7 rollout, which is March 21st, and I kind of figure they're going to give us at least 2 months to play with the rings. That's what I'm thinking, 2 months to play with our new rings. You can't just give us a couple of weeks, right? You're going to implement this system to put it in for 2-3 weeks? Nah, a month even seems a little bit too short, but 2 months seems just right? Yeah. So we have Embers of Neltharion being, the information starting to come out, and one of those things is the Season 2 dungeon rotation. As you can see by the thing, Freehold is back. So we are getting our 4 Dragonflight dungeons, which is going to be Breckenhead Hollow, Halls of Infusion, Neltharis, and Alderman. We knew those were coming, but the 4 old dungeons coming back are Freehold, Underrot, Neltharion's Lair, and Vortex Pinnacle. Vortex Pinnacle is one that I actually do remember running a lot back in the day. I don't hate these. I think Underrot was actually pretty fun and underrated. I think the affixes made that dungeon a lot more intolerable. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be in Season 2, but I do like this setup. I do like where they're going with this. But speaking of affixes, there's no seasonal affix in Season 2. So the level 10 affix of Thundering is the seasonal affix that we have this season. It is present in all keys every week at +10 or above. We are not getting anything of that sort. No Prideful, no Tormented, nothing of that sort. It is just straight up no seasonal affix at all. And there is the level 7 version of the affixes. So you get your first affix at Keystone level 4, and at Keystone level 7 you get a second affix. Those are getting an affix refresh. They don't go into great detail on what is going to be happening here, but I welcome this news with open arms. Let's go. I am so much more excited for Season 2 now. It is actually crazy. If you've been watching me on stream lately, I dreadfully fucking hate Thundering. I'm done with that. I'm done with the seasonal there. I'm straight up done with that seasonal, and I cannot wait to have something a little bit more refreshing and a little bit more nice as we start learning 8 dungeons, because seasonal affixes were a way to refresh the dungeons from season to season that we were playing over and over again, and we're not playing dungeons over and over again, right? We're getting 8 new dungeons every season, so it's no real need. And affixes have kind of been a little bit more of a burden than a boon lately. So yeah, but in 10.1, we are also getting cross-faction guilds. Let's go! Oh my goodness, I have been waiting for this for so long. I said it back in 9.1.5. I was like, when they introduced cross-faction play for Mythic Plus and raids, I was like, we're going to get cross-faction guilds. It's going to happen. There's going to be a point in time. We just got to wait for it. I know for a fact my Blood Death Knight is going right back to Dark Iron Dwarf. I love that racial ability on my Death Knight. I was actually debating popping my Warrior over to Dark Iron as well. Okay, their beards are on fire. I love it. Their anything removal is great, but their beards are on fire. But with the new Orc Heritage armor coming in 10.0.7, I was like, ooh, I really like that Orc Heritage armor. It's right up my style alley. So we're going to see what's going to be happening here. I might actually also swap my Druid to Kultiran because I do like their racials and I really like their Druid forms. Their Druid forms appeal to me visually. So we'll see. But yeah, so 10.0.1, Embers of Neltharion, we have cross-faction guilds coming. And then we also have, of course, the new raid, which is going to be called Aberrus, the Shadowed Crucible. Ho ho. We do have some art. This looks like it's going to be the fire raid. Like, so we kind of just had thundering, you know, lightning. So it kind of seems like we're going to be having the fire version of our raid. I think we're going to be doing the whole avatar, go through all 8, going through all 4 elements. I'm very excited about all of this news, if you cannot tell. Trying to get some words together. I also just cooked a buttload of stuff in at work and all by myself, and still a little sweaty. Just came home and I had to start talking about this, but we do have some awesome stuff here. So we do have the Season 2 launch date. It's scheduled to release 1 week after, so that's the 1 week after 10.1 goes live, which they do plan to launch between spring and summer of 2023. That gives us that, you know, that late May, early June, which kind of lines up with the 2 months of that playing with the new ring, right? So all of this is looking really, really good. I'm really pumped with what's going to be happening here. And we also, this is an interview with Dratnos from some of the developers. We do have to talk about a new upgrade system coming in 10.1. I'll give you the quick TLDR as I read it here. That we don't have a full system implementation in yet, and they don't even know if it's going to be on the first PTR. But what they're talking about is right now in Dragonflight, we have so many different ways to upgrade gear, right? You've got Storm Sigils and Valor and all of these different things. All they're planning on doing is taking that a step back and unifying everything, allowing for one currency to kind of work with open world and dungeon and things like that, and implement it more, and possibly with raid gear or whatever. But they want it to be a lot more simple for anyone coming into the game and picking up, so then that way you can just more easily upgrade your gear, which I actually think is a really good idea. We have a lot of currencies right now that you have to farm in a lot of different places, and that can kind of be a detriment. It can be a boon, but it can also be a detriment to the game at times. So I really like that they're taking all of the complexity out of this and bringing it into a more unified, simplistic viewpoint. I really like where they're going with this. Honestly, out of all of the news that I've heard, I've been speaking like I just railed a fat line of Coke this entire time. Holy crap, baskets. They're listening. They are listening to us very much in what's to come. Also, there was an interview with Morgan Day in one of these as well, where they talked about the difficulty. I do believe it was with this one here, where they talked about the difficulty, yeah, right here, of like Brackenhide Hollow and how difficult that was on a Mythic Zero. And they are looking at eliminating some of those mechanics or things like that, and kind of work around and make things a lot more simplistic, or not as kind of intensive, we can call it. So they are looking at things like Brackenhide Hollow. I love the aesthetic of Brackenhide Hollow. I love going to fight the gnolls, and kind of the way that dungeon works, where you have different pathing on which boss you want to take first, and kind of work things around. I'm very excited for this dungeon. I'm not going to lie. I am actually very, very excited for this dungeon, but I do admit it was definitely the hardest out of the Mythic Zero bunch, without much of a question there. But we've got so much to look forward to in the coming months. Let's go! It's such a good time to be playing WoW. I am happy. Let's go. I'm going to be done here. Have yourselves a good one, everyone, and happy tanking. I hope you guys are excited for all of what's to come in World of Warcraft as much as I am.